Well, how does it feel to be back?
Yeah, awesome. I think this is always a great break to have, the Christmas break, because you get to spend a lot of time with family and friends that have all got time off as well. But yeah, coming back and seeing everyone again, and having the whole group together, although we had the whole group basically together before Christmas, but yeah, I think everyone's just really excited to get underway. And I know we're already looking forward to games, and today was, we're only training in groups of 10, but yeah, the feeling out there was awesome.
There's some new players out there in Phil Thorpe and James Ryan and a few others. What's it like to have a big crop of players injected into this one?
It's very different. Lairdy and I were joking about it before. Even Lairdy's one of the old boys now, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, before Christmas I was sort of looking around going, oh yeah, it's going to be good when we get the whole group back. And then I realised we're only missing about two senior players. So look, it's a very driven young group, and yeah, it's very different to obviously a few years back in the last couple of years, but it's very exciting as well because these young guys are sponges. They're just absorbing everything and they're working their absolute butts off as well. So yeah.
What have you seen from Riley? Obviously, Holly's out at number one. What have you seen from him?
The thing I love about him so far, and a lot of our young guys, just their ability to work and they want to work and the ability to listen as well. Riley's pretty much a big, tall midfielder. His ground balls are just as good as Lairdy's, I reckon. So, but I mean, not just him. Rowie is so enthusiastic. All these young guys, we've even brought on Jackson Haley. I mean, you see the kind of condition he's in as well. So, yeah, these young kids are really driving the standard, which is raising the bar for a few of us older blokes.
So this is a group you think they should be in terms of things?
Yeah, really. The group is, I think, in better nick than we've sort of had for a while. I mean, in the off season, we were having like about 16 guys train together. I remember rocking up to AFL Max one day and we had about 18 guys in there playing a little mini footy game and some soccer. And that was probably the one silver lining to this whole COVID year was, I mean, a lot of the guys sort of stayed put in Adelaide, enjoy the state of South Australia, but were able to train together as well. So when you see the likes of Lockie Scholl, Keezy, Jackson, as I said before, these guys running, I mean, these guys have been doing work for the last 3 months together.
Darcy probably is one player that had a bit of acid over the off-season. What kind of condition do you think he's in now? It's pretty tricky.
I think there was a photo floating around of Fogg that appeared on social media at one point that he was quite happy with. No, Foggs has done an enormous amount of work. A couple of old boys, old forwards have taken him under their wing and put a lot of time and effort in, and I reckon Fogg's in some ripping nick. Yeah, he has. Yep. Oh, sorry. He definitely has. He's looking good. But that's again, these guys have done an enormous amount of work, and a lot of it was together while we had our off season. But these guys all stayed put and hung around Adelaide and trained together. And it's much easier to run, and you're much more motivated when you're running with your mates. So these guys are training in groups of 10 and 16. It was, yeah. I think you'll see some real benefits from it, and then these kids will as well. Yeah, a lot. I mean, it's a time of year. I mean, you can either go one of two ways. You can sort of just cruise on by, or you can put a stack of work in. And I mean, Tex, that's why he's a professional athlete and why he's been the footballer he has been. I mean, he works incredibly hard, and when you get older, you just become a bit smarter with how you work. And yeah, I think Tex is looking very fresh.
So your runners so fit and how you guys finish back in last year. I know it's expectations.
Well, I mean, that's what, I mean, everyone's in the same boat this time of year. Everyone thinks they're fit and healthy and everything, but it really comes down to how you play your footy, doesn't it? And last year it took us a little bit too long to really gel on the field. So yeah, we've really got a really solid base of our game plan from last year and the way we finished. So we've got a really clear understanding of how we want to start this season, and getting fit, healthy and strong was the first part, and now we'll go to work on our footy.
Did you think you'd be training in groups of 10 already?
No, it's something I thought I'd hope we'd see in the back of, but I will just do whatever we've got to do, I suppose, and hopefully it's not for too long.
How do you think the midfield will go without Brad Crouch this season?
Yeah, it'll be interesting without Brad. I mean, Brad's a phenomenal footballer, and yeah, we love playing with Brad for the last, I'm trying to think how many years, for the last 6-7 years. But I mean, you saw the progression of Lairdy, midfield Laird I've been calling him. I really enjoy midfield Laird. He works really well with Rob, and I mean, Lairdy's just ability to win the ball has been phenomenal. But I mean, we've still got Matt, saw Harry Schoenberg come pinch hitting there, Ben Keys, Lockie Scholl, and we've got a couple other big boys in Jackson Haitley and a couple others we'll add in too. So as I said before, the first step was to get really fit and do a whole heap of work together, so we were able to train our footy quicker than ever, and that'll be the next thing. Under VB as well, it's nice to have VB back down here, and Scotty Burns offers some great insight as well to the midfield.
How was Matt going?
No, he's going really well. He's just progressing through some training, through some rehab, so he should be back on track in the coming weeks. Yeah, Tails should be back again, just a bit of rehab. Old head too. He'll time his run very well, and he'll be fit and healthy as ever.
The captaincy, is that something that just rolls along to another season, or is there a new process every single season?
I'll chat to Nixie, but I mean, I've loved leading this footy club. I love this footy club, and yeah, I'll continue on if that's what the footy club needs and wants. Yeah, he is still at the moment. So, I mean, we're doing an enormous amount of work with Tyson, like we have all year, just to keep supporting and helping him out. We'll continue to work with the AFL and AFLPA as well on that. But yeah, Tyson will continue to look after him and make sure he's right on track and support him in every way we can.
So have you spoken to him, or how there's many people who can't touch base with him?
Yeah, a lot of guys have spoken to him and caught up with him and touched base with him.
What's the sort of conversations that just about the arm around him and saying, this is the way forward?
Well, it's a few. I mean, everyone's different in the conversations they have, but it's got to be what did you learn and where to from here. I mean, everyone can make mistakes in life, but as long as you learn from them, I think that's the biggest thing.
Do you think you have a future here?
Yeah, I think that's undecided, and we'll work with the AFL and AFLPA on that going forward.
Do you know when a decision might be made on this contract?
No, again, that'll just be something decided, I think, sort of a later date.
And just how refreshing is it to have some different voices and different messages from coaches out there?
It's really, well, I mean, footy's a unique environment, really. I mean, every year you lose players, you lose coaches, there's always a whole heap of turnover and change in footy clubs, so you just adapt, but it is, I mean, every year's something similar and something different, and we've got some really, really good senior heads and some really good football brains that have come on board. I mean, VB, great of the footy club, past captain, Scotty Burns, great of Collingwood, and has done the rounds at many great footy clubs as well, so to be able to absorb some knowledge off these guys is, yeah, it's exciting as well, and I know I'll be spending a fair whack of time with these two in particular.